Brud in Phase 1 looks like the most ordinary character, quiet and harmless at first glance. A bucket sits on his head, as if he forgot to take off a cooking pot after dinner. His big eyes stare at the world with confusion, like he doesn't even know why he is here. Unlike others, he doesn't try to look cool or scary, he simply exists. But inside this simplicity lies the start of something far more dangerous. Brud in Phase 1.5 looks like he finally realized something was wrong. The bucket is gone, and for the first time his worried face is fully visible. His big eyes are no longer silly now, they are wide with unease, as if he senses the curse approaching. To survive, Brud tries to blend in by looking serious, even though it just makes him look more awkward. This half-step form shows him adapting, but still clinging to his clumsy charm. Brud in Phase 2 stands half covered in darkness, his body scarred by the curse of black. One side of his face is swallowed by shadows, dripping with a strange red mark. He no longer looks just nervous now, he seems wounded, both physically and inside. The other sprunki saw him as a threat and turned against him, forcing him to fight back. This phase marks the moment when Brud stops being harmless and starts becoming dangerous. After the attack from the other sprunki in Phase 2, Brud's body couldn't hold back the curse any longer. The shadow that once only scarred half his face began to crack his skin apart, revealing something monstrous underneath. One of his eyes grew huge and unnatural, as if it belonged to a different creature entirely. His mouth twisted into a shape that looked more like sharp laughter than fear. By Phase 2.5, Brud was no longer hiding his changes, he was embracing them. Brud in Phase 3 has stopped trying to look harmless and finally embraced the curse to survive. His body twists, his head splitting wider with sharp cracks as the infection spreads through him. The once awkward stare is now intense, his dual eyes glaring with predatory focus. He no longer hides or fears the other sprunki, he stands ready to fight them. In this stage, Brud is no longer just adapting, he is becoming a true threat. Brud in Phase 3.5 is no longer hiding the monstrous changes within him. His jaw splits unnaturally wide, showing rows of sharp bones as if his body is trying to rebuild itself for battle. The hollow eye socket glares like a void, empty but watching everything. His chest has opened, ribs exposed like armor made from his own body. This stage shows Brud abandoning his fragile shell to become a weapon of survival. Brud in Phase 4 is a creature that no longer resembles the awkward figure he once was. His skull has fused with the curse, forming jagged teeth and a permanent predatory grin. His ribs stick out like armor plates, protecting what little remains of his body. The hollow eyes glare with cold focus, no longer afraid, but calculating every move. In this stage, Brud has become a true predator, dangerous enough to survive in the cursed world. Brud in Phase 4.5 is almost unrecognizable, his body now more shadow than flesh. His skull has darkened completely, leaving only a single glowing red eye that burns like a warning. The jagged teeth have sharpened into a permanent grin, ready to tear apart anything that gets too close. His broken frame is held together not by life, but by the curse itself. In this stage, Brud has become a predator that no longer adapts, he dominates. Brud in Phase 5 has lost all traces of his former self. His head is cracked open, revealing white, bone-like layers that spiral like the rings of a shell. His ribs are exposed, pulsing with the curse that now fuels his existence. No longer nervous or awkward, he stands tall as a being shaped only for survival in a hostile world. This is the final form of Brud, a creature both terrifying and inevitable. Ready for a challenge? According to statistics, only 3% of viewers manage to like the video and subscribe to the channel before the timer runs out. Write a comment if you made it in time. Brud in Phase 6 has completely surrendered to the curse, his body transformed into a nightmare of teeth, eyes, and bone. The right side of his head is nothing but layered jaws, ready to tear through anything that dares approach. His ribs glow with a crimson light, as though the curse itself beats like a heart inside him. No traces of hesitation remain, only instinct, hunger, and survival. This is Brud's ultimate form, born entirely from darkness. Brud in Phase 7 has become a silent weapon of the curse. His once broken body is now condensed into a solid, block-like form, dripping with blood-red markings that never stop flowing. The hollow eyes burn with hatred and focus, giving him the aura of a predator waiting to strike. His voice is gone, only silence, and the sound of dripping echoes remain. In this phase, Brud is no longer adapting. He is the embodiment of survival itself. Brud in Phase 8 stands as the broken survivor of his own curse. Half of his face is gone, exposing sharp skeletal lines like the scars of countless battles. His single eye glows with sorrow and rage, showing both what he lost and what he became. The heavy black shape above him feels like a crown and a burden at the same time. In this phase, Brud is not just a monster, he is the tragedy of survival itself. Brud in Phase 9 is no longer a being, but a living catastrophe. His body glows with crimson lines, ribs bursting outward like burning wings of bone. His eyes have become endless pits, dripping with chaos and rage. Every part of him screams of pain and adaptation pushed to the extreme. This is not survival anymore, this is Brud as the final echo of the curse. Brud in Phase 10 has become a towering abomination of the curse. His head has split into a monstrous shape with jagged teeth and endless eyes, while a massive orb-like eye grows from his skull, watching everything at once. His ribs protrude like broken armor, and his frame is barely holding together. Every step radiates raw power and unstoppable hunger. This is not adaptation anymore. This is Brud's final survival form, a being built to dominate. Brud in Phase 11 has become a hollow shadow of his former self. His skull-like head is cracked, one eye glowing crimson, while the other is nothing but a lifeless void. A twisted growth juts from the side of his face, marking how deeply the curse has fused with his body. His ribs glow faintly red, beating like a second heart. In this phase, Brud is not surviving anymore. He is simply existing as the curse itself. Brud in Phase 12 has lost the last fragments of his original self. His head is hollow and broken, his ribs torn open as if his body no longer needs to contain life. Blades of bone and shadow pierce through him, making him both a weapon and a warning. He no longer adapts to survive, he exists only as a final echo of the curse. This phase is Brud's ultimate form, where survival has become destruction. Brud in Phase 13 looks like he has reached a strange balance with the curse. His face is no longer shattered with blood and bones. Instead, one of his eyes glows with a bright, icy light. The scars remain, but they no longer consume him. They have become part of his identity. He seems calmer, less monstrous, as though he finally adapted fully. This phase shows Brud not just surviving, but evolving into something new.